What's up guys, it is your boy Jay and today we are going to rebuild Wrexham in FC 25. But before the video starts, can you please make sure to like, comment and share on this video, and please subscribe to the channel as it will help the channel so much. Thank you guys so much.
A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
After recently getting promoted to the Championship, it is time to rebuild Wrexham. Now, Wrexham have had actually quite an impressive transfer window in real life. So what have they actually done? Broadhead, Cody, Moore, Bryan, Kakes, Windass, not so Ward, but like people like Hardy and others like that, trying to become a better team. Also, shout out Dan Scar, Starridge legend. Right, so basically what I'm going to do this rebuild is basically try to make it as Welsh, if not Welsh, the whole entire way through. I'm going to stick to the legacy of Wales and I'm going to make it Welsh. So I'll see you guys at the end of the transfer window. Right, so let's have a look at the transfers that we've done, because I think I've only bought in one player. Because really, what can I do? What can I do? The only person that I bought in was Welsh defender Tom Lockyer on a free, which actually does seem kind of realistic for once on this channel. We only did one transfer involving money. Ollie Palmer out to Turkey, and the rest were loans because Wrexham have too many players for me to deal with right now. So all I want to do this season is just survive if we can. Right, let's see if Wrexham has done any good this season. I have absolutely no idea if they have or not. I mean, hopefully I just didn't get relegated. All I hope is that I just don't get relegated. But the answer is, oh my god, we finished 8th. Oh my god, what an achievement. Sheffield United finished 1st. Blues finished 2nd. Hull finished 3rd. Okay, what is this? Okay, who got relegated? I want to see that. Preston, Blackburn and Oxford. Okay, that doesn't seem too unrealistic. Millwall finishing 21st is though. Let's just mention that. But 8th. Well done to the lads. I am very happy with 8th. Very happy with 8th. Because then we just signed one guy and just loaned out everyone else. 75, 75, 74. Okay, you know what? We're building a good team already. We are building such a good team already. But next season's going to get even better. Hopefully it gets better. Right, welcome to season number 2. I have achieved everything I wanted to in this transfer window. We got rid of a lot of dead wood. But we also brought in some really good people like Luke Harris for 5 mil. Jordan James for 4.2 and Connor Roberts for 3.7, all Welsh talent coming to Wrexham. And we got rid of people like Dobson, Thomason, Longman, Smith, Rathbone, Lee, O'Connor, O'Connell, Marriott, Cannon, Mendy, basically as many people as I could. And we also brought in Tom Lawrence as well, who I found for free, which I think is a very good idea. And we also loaned out our 2 youth talents, see if they can get any overalls while they're going out. Like, he's got +8 already. Talent. I know how to make talent apparently. So with that, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Right, so welcome to the end of the season where we have to face Southampton. We managed to get a 1-1 draw against them, meaning that we finish in 8th place. Also, before we go to signings, I know Callum Doyle in real life has signed for Wrexham, but obviously he's not going to be here. Jordan Watts grew by 12 overall, by the way, so he will obviously be used. Top signings, Kumos and Wilson, both coming in, as well as Huggins, Slater, Lee, Jones, and Luke 09. And we just learned all of our goalkeepers, see if we can do something. But I don't think we can do much, because we actually faced Luton Town on the final day of the Championship season, win 2-1. But we still finish in the same old 8th place. So many good teams are coming down. That's the problem. But the biggest one to come out of it is Connick, who grew by 7. So Huggins got sold for 7.5. But we bought in Richard, who I think was a very good signing last season, but we had to sell him. Top signings, Howells, Roberts, Harris, Paul, Vale. All that we could. Loan out some youth talent, see what we can do with our overalls. A lot of talent went out, including James Wilson, who went to West Ham out on loan after having an incredible season last season with us. We managed to draw 1-1 with the Albion, but that managed to get us into the playoffs, into 4th place, facing Norwich City. And after having a 2-0 lead against them anyway, we managed to draw 1-1 and get to Wembley Stadium for the EFL playoff final. But nothing happened in those 90 minutes. we had to go to added time, where Broadhead passes it to Matundo, the Welshman, 100 minutes in, to make it 1-0 to Wrexham at Wembley. We have been trying so hard to get into the Premier League, and this might be the moment that we do so today. But soon as the kick-off for the second half, we pass the ball straight past to Matundo. Sees the player, gets past him and slides it in to make it 2-0 straight after the kick-off, basically securing a spot in the Premier League for the first time in years. A very good job, but that wasn't it. Matundo gets past the player again to make it 3-0 about 5 minutes later. 3-0 up against Stoke City at Wembley here today. But Mbamba does manage to get a goal right at the end. But no offence, that really doesn't seem to matter, because it is Wrexham 3, Stoke City 1. Wrexham are going to the Premier League after winning the EFL Championship playoffs here today against Stoke City at Wembley. A Matundo hat-trick gets us there, but here comes Ethan Ampadu to lift the trophy for Wrexham today. Wrexham are officially going back to the Premier League. It took us a couple of years, but we did manage to do it. Wrexham are back in the Premier League. But it doesn't stop there. We signed Gilchrist, had to sell Broadhead, bought in Clarkson. See, the kind of whole Welsh thing kind of goes out the window as soon as we got to the Premier League. But there's a couple of good signings, a couple of good free agents that we managed to get in. Baker grew by 3, a 77 overall goalkeeper in our youth leagues. He has to be bought in. But on the final day, we do face Liverpool, where we actually do win 2-1 at Anfield. But we only managed to get a 12th place position, which for our first season in the Premier League, I am going to take. But then we signed some good people like Carney. We had to sell a couple people, but we bought in Colwell. Had to sell Barnett, who's in this business at the beginning. Lots of Cheek, Britain, all them lot, tried to bring them in. But guess what? We beat Brighton 4-2 on aggregate in the EFL Cup semi-final. Our first cup final is up against the Villains. It is up against the boys in claret and blue. It is going to be Aston Villa here at Wembley for our first chance of a domestic trophy, the EFL Cup. But it starts off with Watts getting the ball, who grew by 12 overall while he was out on loan, getting the first goal at Wembley in a long time for us. Ever since the EFL, the playoff final against Stoke City, we now lead 1-0 at the EFL Cup. But look at that, bringing up all that Welsh talent for Wrexham. Trying to just bring on as many Welsh talent as I can to celebrate in the middle of the Wembley field, because it is Aston Villa 0, Wrexham 1. We have won the EFL Cup. We have won our first domestic trophy in this rebuild, which I am so happy about. And here he is, Kumos, to lift the trophy, the Welshman, the EFL Cup in the middle of Wembley Stadium. Well done, lads. Very well done. This rebuild is going off to a fantastic start now. But you know what that also means? As soon as this game with Leicester City is over, which we battered them 4-1 at home, we finish 15th, but we qualify for the UEFA Conference League. Also, Jordan James left at some point for a release clause and just jumped up to 91 overall. So we had to sell basically everyone that we could to bring him back. I absolutely had to. But you know what? We still have the perfect team to try and do the UEFA Conference League. First off, Austrian side, Altic, 6-3 on aggregate. Then Italian side, Atlanta, 3-2 on aggregate. Wilson gets the goal. Semi-final against Villarreal, 1-1 on aggregate. But we make it through to the UEFA Conference League final on penalties, where we face German side TSG, 1989 Hoffenheim. Obviously one of the biggest games that we can play so far in our career. We've done EFL playoffs. We've done the Carabao Cup to get into this competition, and now we're in the Conference League final. And look at this amazing goal. Wilson, Carney, back to Wilson. First shot straight past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 in this UEFA Conference League final against TSG 1989 Hoffenheim. An amazing goal to make it 1-0 to Wrexham in this final. Then it gets even better. Wilson passes back to Carney. He has the perfect shot to make it 2-0 right before the end of the half. Are we going to get our first European trophy in this rebuild? I think we might as well just be. But it doesn't get any better because Jackson gets fouled in the box by one of our players. It gets yellow carded. But you know what, as long as we can save this, that we have little time, but if we can save this, we're basically won. But unfortunately, we don't save it. It goes straight down to middle. So with 7 minutes left, all we have to do is just hold. And that's what we did. We held 2-1. We win the UEFA Conference League with Wrexham. And you know, this rebuild's going great. I mean, we won the playoffs. We won the Carabao Cup. We've now won the UEFA Conference League as well. Jordan James, the man I had to spend 120 million to get back, wins the UEFA Conference League. Wrexham A.F.C. has won the UEFA Conference League here. And of course, here comes the customary bus, the Champions bus, to celebrate the UEFA Conference League. And although we finished mid-table in the Premier League, guess what that means? We get to do a year in the UEFA Europa League. So this rebuild is not over yet. Our big signing was Romeo Lafayette, and we had to sell some players to make the money for that. But look at the players coming in. Also, bye to Matondo. Thank you for getting us here in the first place. Richards, Mane, Thomas, Scott Olsen. Some really good players coming in for the Europa League run, where we knock out RB Leipzig 5-3 in extra time. And then we go up against fellow English side, Premier League side, Chelsea, 3-1 against them. Then we got the other RB win 2-0 to come back from 1-0 down in the last leg, which means in Germany, at the Hamburg Stadium, we are going to be facing Frankfurt in the Europa League final. Is this going to be the biggest competition that I can win with Wrexham? So many Welsh players has come through this team, are still in this team now, and we need them to pull up. But unfortunately, it doesn't start that way. We actually end up conceding first in the Europa League final, so already we've got a big hill to come back from. But it doesn't get any better. They score again. So now we're currently 2-0 down in this Europa League final, and I'm thinking to myself, hold on, can I even come back from this? Because we're 2-0 down in the final. But guess what? Kumos gets tackled by Collins. We have a chance to get one goal back in this game, and this game actually screws me over because for some reason I shoot in the massive red circle. Thanks for that game. But it doesn't even matter because Carney gets the ball, passes it over to Watts, and the guy that's been here since season 1 gets the first goal back here for Wrexham today. We're getting there. We're getting there. And then Carney passes it to Wilson again. He runs. He runs. He runs. He shoots. 2-2. We are so close to winning. But at the moment, I am just happy that we have just come back in this Europa League final to currently be 2-2 up. But guess what? Jonathan David scores. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. At the moment, Frankfurt are leading Wrexham in the UEFA Europa League final, and this is just going horribly now. We've done all that work just to concede, which is horrible. But guess what? Straight from kickoff. Straight from kickoff. Straight from kickoff. You see it. You see it. You see it. Wilson doing all that work. Shoots. Misses. But Watts gets the goal. And with 11 minutes left, we are now officially back in this game, straight from the kickoff. But it all ends in the final minute. Carney passes it to the Welshman. Kumos actually gets the winning goal in the Europa League final. The Welshman for the Welsh club actually wins this club the UEFA Conference League, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. A Welshman winning this team the Europa League. It is done. It is over. This rebuild is over. And if you're asking what about the Champions League, I tried it. I got knocked out in the qualifying rounds after the group stage. So you know what? I'm not even going to mention it. But here we go. Jordan James, probably the best Welshman in this career mode, lifts up the trophy for Wrexham today. It is done. it is over. We have grown so many players here. We've had so many Welsh players here, and they've all done such an amazing job. But that is going to be the end of the rebuild. But before we go, look at it. There's the Champions bus. There is the UEFA Europa League. It is all written. It is all done. Thank you guys so much for watching this rebuild of Wrexham. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace. So, you've reached the end of the video. Thank you. That actually goes a long way towards helping the channel. Thank you very much. I hope the video was fun. Hopefully, it was fun. Please make sure to check the other videos out on this channel, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It does help out a lot. Thank you.